Tiddalik. Long ago, when the earth was young, in a time they called the dream time, there was a frog called Tiddalik, the largest frog that ever lived. One morning, Tiddalik woke up feeling thirsty, very, very thirsty. He hopped down to the local stream and drank it completely dry. Then he went to the river and drank that dry as well.
Never touch the sides. What else is there to drink?
Next he went to the billabong, and with a few enormous slurps, they disappeared too. Nothing seemed to quench Tiddalik's thirst. On and on he went, drinking every drop of water he could find. So great was his thirst that before long he'd drunk all the water in the world. Finally full, Tiddalik settled in the shade of his favourite rock and promptly went to sleep. The other animals were horrified when they heard what he'd done. There was no water anywhere for anyone to drink. A terrible drought broke out. The grass began to die. The leaves withered and fell from the branches. And all the world was dry and brown. The animals called a meeting.
If something isn't done soon, I can state categorically that Tiddalik the frog will be the only one left alive,
said the kangaroo, who had a gift for stating the obvious. And so they sent a deputation to see what could be done. The koala marched up to Tiddalik and demanded the return of the water.
If you don't give it back, I'll get very cranky.
But Tiddalik just ignored him. Next, the emu went to Tiddalik and pleaded as squeakily as only she could.
Pretty pleased with sugar ants on it?
But Tiddalik paid her no attention at all. Nothing the animals could say or do made any difference to Tiddalik. He just sat in the shade of his favourite rock and slept the day away. Finally, a wise old wombat had an idea.
If we could make Tiddalik laugh, his mouth would open and all the water would come flowing out.
Everyone agreed it was worth a try. But how could they make him laugh?
We should do something funny,
said the kangaroo, stating very clearly what had been clear all along. And so, one by one, the animals tried everything they could think of to make Tiddalik laugh. The kookaburra started with a laughing demonstration.
Now repeat after me.
But Tiddalik just let out a watery croak. No laughter there. Next, the possum tried telling Tiddalik all the best jokes he knew.
A funny thing happened on the way to the billabong.
But Tiddalik barely smiled. Even the cockatoo tried to make Tiddalik laugh by showing him his favourite trick, spinning round and round the branch, and he was so dizzy he fell to the ground. But not even the cockatoo's acrobatics could make Tiddalik laugh. The animals were getting desperate. Trying to make Tiddalik laugh was thirsty work, and there was nothing to drink anywhere. Suddenly, another creature slithered up to join them. It was the eel, who lived in the now dry billabong. He couldn't tell jokes or pull funny faces or even do special tricks. All he could do was dance. Not just any dance, mind you. He would dance a special eel's dance. The other animals didn't think it sounded very funny, but they were desperate. So they agreed to let the eel try. And so he began. He wriggled and squirmed and squiggled and turned. He twisted and twirled so much, doing his special eel dance, that he ended up tying himself in a complete knot. Tiddalik's eyes opened wide when he saw the eel in a tangle. The corners of his mouth started to twitch. Then a low rumbling started deep in his belly. Soon, an enormous smile crossed his face, and he started to giggle. Quietly at first, then louder and louder, till suddenly his whole body erupted in an enormous laugh. He laughed and he laughed, and as he did, all the water in the world flowed from his mouth and filled the streams and the rivers and the billabongs. And that was how laughter saved the world. And to this very day, frogs like Tiddalik still fill themselves with water when they feel the drought is coming. But now, they always make sure they leave some for everyone else.